Welcome back to our election night coverage here on WLOX. Thanks for staying up with us this evening. Here with us now to discuss the races going on tonight, Mississippi Representatives Kevin Felsher and Jeffrey Hulum. Fellas, thanks for being with us here on the show. We do appreciate that. Have you guys been kind of following the numbers?
Yeah.
You've been seeing what's going on? What do you think so far, Jeffrey, what you've seen in the Presley-Reeves race? Way too early to make any conclusions.
So one of the things I'm very excited about, the turnout on the Gulf Coast is better than what it's been. And then also we still have to wait and see what's going on in Hinds County. They got a debacle going on. We're going to see how that thing plays out. And then we can make a best guess estimate of what's our ways ahead as a Democratic Party, especially from the coast standpoint.
And Representative Felsher, what is your sense? What is your feeling going into this race? What did you think about the Tate Reeves, Brandon Presley campaign?
Quite frankly, I thought it was going to be a little bit tighter than it's showing to be right now. Tate's keeping some distance from him. He's got a strong showing in the coast, it looks like in the north, and that's what he needed to pull this out, and I think it's trending pretty good for him at this point.
Yeah, Representative Hulum, I think that regional aspect is very important. Governor Reeves very strong on the coast. Even though Presley's the former mayor of Nettleton up in northeast Mississippi, the governor does well there. And then kind of predictably, Brandon Presley does pretty well in the Jackson metropolitan area and in the Delta as well.
So we also got to look at how he started, and then you also look at it that Brandon Presley is going up against a machine. Anytime you're trying to take out a machine, is ways that you got to do it. It's nothing and not going to be done overnight. It's got to be chipping away. And this race didn't just start when the race started. You had to start looking at the way the lines and everything were drawn throughout the state, and it was positioned to take on a fight. And the fight has got to go on, but the fight got to be redone through the drawing of the lines. And we're seeing that right now with the split boxes on the Gulf Coast inside our own races right now.
Okay. Well, do we have some House numbers that we can put up right now, and then maybe take a look at some of the races here in the House districts in South Mississippi. We have Elliot Birch, that of course in House District 105. Birch was 78% of the vote, and 47% of the vote counted already. So I think we could probably put a check by that and call that one. Let's see if we can go to the next one and see what we have. Casey Whitehead, 65%. Again, 74% in right now, so I think we can just about call that. The incumbent Jeffrey Geis, Kevin Felsher, looks like he, if we have those numbers right, maybe going down in flames tonight.
Yeah, that is kind of a shocker to me. Jeff, in the previous election, took on, I think, 3 comers and easily won against all 3 of them. So, and the Libertarians traditionally don't have a strong showing here on the coast and in Mississippi in general. So that one kind of shocks me.
Yeah, we may have to double check those numbers because that kind of shocks me as well. Let's see as we turn the page now. Richard Bennett over in Long Beach, longtime incumbent. That one's history. That one's over 81% for Bennett. I think that's another Libertarian there, if I'm not mistaken. And Jeffrey, it's pretty hard for an independent or a Libertarian to break through the two-party system, isn't it?
Yes, most definitely, because Mississippi is a two-party system. It's the Republican.
America is.
American too, but mostly in Mississippi. But we have a lot of people, like when they go into the judges race and different things like that, they can go outside the norm. But when you're going talking about a state race, whether it be legislative or statewide, it's going to be Democrat, Republican. But you also see with that Libertarian race, like you said, if those numbers correct, with Representative Geis, that shows you there's a writing on the wall. It's a turn that's coming to the state of Mississippi. It may not be happening fast as we would like, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like to see meaningful third-party and independent candidates, but it's just so difficult to break through the machine that you referred to earlier, Jeffrey. We have another race. This is House District 121, Carolyn Crawford being challenged by John Dido. You see Representative Crawford holding a very commanding lead there. I always had to move up and squint. It's 90% in, Kevin?
Yeah,
looks
like 90% to me.
Yeah, if that's 90%, then that one is over,
yeah.
I think, right there.
But think about this. I want you to think about this, right? Carolyn Crawford, a career politician, going against John Dido, a resource officer. And he almost got 2,000 votes, right? And it goes back to what I said earlier. When they moved the lines a year ago, and it's just starting to take effect in 2024, when they moved those lines.
You're talking about redistricting.
Redistricting.
Yeah.
They moved the lines, it shifted to population growth. That is astonishing, that a person who don't know nothing about politics get almost 2,000 votes. Just think if he had the financial resources behind him that Carolyn Crawford have by being a Republican.
All your redistricting might be some talking points from your friends up in Jackson, Jeffrey. I don't
No,
know if
no.
it's as significant as you're saying.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So pretty much I'm gonna say this. Let's look at House District 119. Right now, in Gaston Hughes, a huge portion of the minority community, that's a split box with House District 121. Then we look at District 33, the new district they just brought down here. That's a split box of Orange Grove, and they shift the population growth.
Okay. All right. We'll have to see. A lot of people go either way on how sinister or how clean redistricting always is. Well, hey, you guys, we're going to have you back a little bit later. One thing we're going to talk about when we come back is that there's going to be a new speaker in 2024
Yes.
with Philip Gunn leaving. And Jason White is his name. A lot of people here on the coast don't know him. Well, it's not official yet, but it's going to happen. And we'll want to get your guys' opinion on that one as well.
Looking forward.
We're also watching several statewide races tonight, some Senate races. We're going to bring in State Senator Scott Delano when we come back, so stay with us.